Hello everyone and welcome back. In the previous video we learned how to build a basic Express server, create routers and understand how HTTP requests work. As our application grows, keeping everything inside a single file quickly becomes difficult. Imagine having hundreds of routers, database, operations, authentication, logic and middlewares all in one file. Finding bugs would become frustrating, and adding new features would take much longer. That's why professional developers organize their projects into a clean and scalable structure. In this video, we are going to build a project structure that is easy to understand, maintain, and expand. This is the same approach used in many real-world applications. Let's get started. Inside our project, we are going to create these folders. We are going to create these folders. Config. New folder and config. The config folder stores configuration files. Example includes database connections, environment configuration, third-party servers. Instead of writing configuration code everywhere, we keep it in one place in this folder. This makes updating settings much easier. Controllers. New folder and controller. The controllers folder controllers contain the business logic. A route simply receives a request. The controller decides what should happen next. For example, a user sends a request to create an account. The route receives the request. The controller validates the data, creates the user, and sends the response. Keeping logic inside controllers makes routes small and easy to read. Instead of writing everything inside the route, we separate responsibilities. Now middleware. New folder and middleware. The middleware is code that runs before the final controller. Some common examples are authentication, authorization, error handling, login, request validation. Instead of repeating the same code in multiple routers, we create middleware. Onja and use it throughout the project. We'll explore middleware in detail in the next video. Now models. The models folder contains our MongoDB models using Mongoose. Each model represents one collection inside the database. For example, user.js, project.js, order.js. Inside each model, we define fields, data types, validation, default value. We learn much more about models in the MongoDB section of this course. Now routes. The routes folder contains all the application's endpoints. Instead of writing every route inside app.js, we organize them into separate files. For example, routes, user routes.js, product routes.js, out routes.js. Each file is responsible for one part of the application. If we are working on user-related endpoints, we only need to open the user routes file. This makes the project much cleaner. Now methods. The utils folder contains helper functions that can be reused anywhere in the application. Examples include generating random IDs, formatting dates, sending emails, creating job tokens, custom utils functions. If a piece of code is useful in multiple places, it usually belongs inside the util folders. This keeps our projects clean and avoids duplicate codes. Public. The folder of public is used to immerse and JavaScript and CSS and for front end. Uploads used for image on the cloud. And and app.js is the app of the server, is the main file, and package.json is the settings, and env is the environment variables. You will also notice a file named env. This file stores sensitive information such as database URL, job secret, API keys, port number. Never hard code sensitive information directly into your source code. Using environment variables makes your application more secure and easier to deploy. We will learn more about this in an upcoming video. Conclusion. In this video, we learned how to organize an Express project using a professional folder structure. We discussed the purpose of the routes control models, config, middleware, and utils folders, and why separating responsibilities makes our application easier to build and maintain. In the next video, we will dive deeper into one of the most important parts of Express to choose Express router. You will learn how to create modular routes, files, and connect them to your application in a clean and scalable way. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.